All right, everyone. The flower moon is tonight. Yes, the first full moon after spring has arrived as of tonight. This will be a time for some topical magic of various kinds. I'm going to enjoy this greatly. It's also going to be a fun night in general. It's pirate time. I'm going to have some fun, mainly with good food because that's always a good thing. Yes, the flower moon is here. Now, I didn't know about this particular term actually until yesterday. I didn't know that there was such a thing, actually. Thought, well, you have moon phases. Sometimes it's a full moon, sometimes it's an empty moon, sometimes it's my moon, which is the waxing crescent, roughly 3 days into its cycle, actually. And I've always used lunar magic as opposed to solar magic. That is, that I do give importance to a few solar holidays, the equinox and things like that, you know, the solstices. I do regard those. But generally speaking, my magic has been lunary in form. It is moon-based. This is heavily ironic. Generally speaking, the moon is associated with females. The solar system, the solar path is associated with males, the order of Melchizedek and things like that. Despite the fact that I am super straight and I'm only interested in females, my magic tends to be lunar in form, actually. And so there are certain times of the month in which it is more powerful than others. I've noticed this. I've experimented upon this. People can say that I'm delusional all they want. Perfectly fine. Means nothing to me at this point. Um, that's great. I've seen some things over the last couple of days that you probably would not believe if I bothered to tell you what I saw. So I'm not going to bother doing so. Let's just say that magic is real. I follow the lunar path, generally speaking, although, again, those solar holidays are of note to me, especially if they coincide with the lunar, then it's much more powerful. And you can do all sorts of things. I've done them before, and I will do them again. It's very, very interesting. Link in the description, by the way, archived, of course. Yes, the flower moon, the first full moon of spring, is indeed springing. It's a wonderful time. And it's just about at the exact time of year when all the flowers are growing and they're fucking each other, which sort of makes sense. The flowers are sprouting, the asparagus is up. I've got to harvest that later, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how much there is because I would really like to make a creamy asparagus soup. I'm just saying. Delicious, actually. If you use white asparagus, then you've made spargelsoepa. This is a tradition within the Netherlands. I don't really care if it's white asparagus or green asparagus. To me, they're both the same. They both taste really, really good when cooked into a creamy broth, so it doesn't really matter to me. The flower moon has come. Yes, indeed. So we're going to do some occultism tonight. I intend to make moon water. Now, this is something, let me explain what this is, because some people don't seem to get it. All the tyros and so forth think all you do is leave water out under the full moon, and then you drink it, and you make a wish or something like that. That's not what you do. It is partially alchemical. It is the purification of water with silver specifically. I have a great deal of silver. So I'm going to be making a considerable amount of moon water, and you don't need to make a wish. It's just for your own magical generative capabilities, so to speak. This is the true meaning of moon water. It is a real thing. It's just that in modern parlance, it's mainly used by people who do tarot cards and astrology, New Agers, basically. And so at that point, it doesn't really have any particular interest to me. While I like tarot cards, don't get me wrong, I've got a Rider-Waite deck myself. And it's fun. It's fun to play around with. You can glean knowledge from it. It is possible if you know how to use it correctly. That being said, a lot of people are simply making a living just distributing cards on their table and then playing weird music and lighting candles and stuff like that. That is not genuine occultism, just to be clear. The same is true of astrology. Well, you may be dealing with an Aquarius, maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn, maybe you're dealing with an Aries or a Pisces. I see a Leo in your charts. Come on, dude. At some point, you got to understand they're just throwing everything at the wall and understanding that something that they're saying is going to be applicable to you. That's how they draw you in. I will give much more specific predictions. I will do that myself, because apparently a lot of other self-proclaimed occultists are not capable of doing so. That being said, it's still amusing. There's nothing wrong with it, and everyone's got to make a living. That's fine. But it's not quite the same as genuine magic, so to speak. Under the flower moon, I will be making genuine moon water, and I will be doing rituals. Yes, indeed. I will be doing energetic rituals. And if somebody has a problem with that, well, that's their problem, not mine. Means nothing to me. Absolutely. I can't wait. It's going to be hilarious. Hilarious fun, so to speak. That's about all. Peace out.